Remember guys, let's not lose focus on achieving our goal. So after a crazy Snyder Cut week, it seems to have really slowed down. I shouldn't say slowed down, but as far as the tweets and all that stuff and all like the pictures we were getting from Zack, it was like 24/7, boom, 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 boom. And then it slowed down, and now we're, okay, taking a deep breath, and it's like, oh, we really haven't gotten much, you know, this past week. And it's kind of funny because we've gotten so greedy. But yeah, there's still some things that pop up pretty much every day. I mean, the Snyder Cut is being talked about 24/7 on social media. None of these other movies are being talked about the way that the Snyder Cut is being talked about, and that's the craziness of it. And that's why WB is going to release the cut. But anyway, go off that. There's this guy that says that he works for Hot Toys. I don't know if it's true. He's been throwing out stuff left and right the last couple days about how when they make these toys, they get footage from the movie. It's screened for them, and they have to get, in order for them to do the models for these toys, they need to go off of an actor. They give them the actor that's going to be playing the role, and I guess they do what they need to do to get the measurements right and all that stuff for the figures. So this guy seems to know a lot. Again, it's all speculation. I don't know if it's true. He could be pulling our legs. We don't know. But he's like talking about the Steppenwolf design, the early design, how scary it was, and how like vicious Steppenwolf was, and the footage that he saw, and another cyborg design, and he was talking about Green Lanterns in the movie. And that's a big thing too, is that I don't know if it was ever confirmed that Green Lantern was in the Snyder Cut, but I think a lot of leaks had Green Lantern in the Snyder Cut. I don't know if he was helping out or not, but definitely like an end credit scene or something at the end of the movie where they show up to talk to Bruce or something. Hal Jordan shows up. So I believe he's another character that's in this movie. Again, another surprise, another thing they cut out that was ridiculous. Insane, makes no sense at all. Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, I mean, the whole Justice League is in this movie. And probably more characters. And yeah, and also this guy is talking about the Flashpoint Batman that he had to do early designs for, and it was definitely Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Again, I don't know if it's true. That sounds badass. I do not think that Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in the Justice League. I just think they were probably prepping for a Flashpoint movie, which is awesome because he's worked with Zack before in Watchmen. So, you know, again, when Zack came up with Man of Steel, I think he had all of this shit laid out. I don't think the whole Martian Manhunter thing was something that he came up with around Justice League. Oh yeah, let's make General Swanwick Martian. No, like, he had this all planned out from the very beginning. He knew the story he wanted to tell, which is absolutely crazy. He had plans for all these characters. When he picked Jeffrey Dean Morgan to be Bruce Wayne's father, it wasn't just him just saying, oh, I've worked with Jeffrey before, let me just put him in the movie, sounds good. No, he's thinking, oh, Flashpoint afterwards, he would be an awesome portrayal of that character. Zack is like ahead of his time. I mean, he really was nailing down this movie, and I cannot wait to see the Snyder Cut. I can't wait to get him back and for him to finish all of this. And then the possibilities are endless when he's done with his reign for the DCEU. The last thing I want to leave you guys with is, let's just stop with trying to prove to everyone that the cut exists and the negativity and all the bullshit that's on Twitter. I know it's easy to get sucked in. I do it too. But we are at the point now where we know this movie is done. We know it's coming out. All of these guys, the John Campias, the Robert Meyer Burnett's, guys like that Collide, whatever, all the guys that were saying it's not real, it doesn't exist. When the movie comes out, what are they going to do? That's going to be the best part. Let them talk their shit. Let them do their thing and say, oh yeah, it doesn't exist, it's not real, you guys are crazy, you're insane. Now, a lot of these guys, they do have, like a John Campia, they do have connections, right? To people from Warner Brothers. Definitely, I mean, they've been in the movie business. They know a lot of people. But again, let me stress this. All of the people that worked on the movie with Zack Snyder have all been positive about it getting released, especially and about it being done, especially Jay Oliva. How many more times does this guy have to come out? And he keeps on saying that I worked closely with Zack. I know what Zack did. I know the whole process of how these movies are made. I know that everything was shot. Zack saying the movie's done. Jason Momoa saying, oh, you don't think Zack could finish this movie? You don't think Zack has the connections to get this done? He does. And it's done. It's over with. You saw that placeholder date for April 2020 on IMDb. That just all of a sudden popped up. Okay, you saw that. That just makes way too much sense. It even says that it's completed. It just makes way too much sense. Warner Brothers is keeping quiet, and then boom, they're going to drop the bomb. That's how it's going to go down, I'm telling you. The only person we need to be listening to is Zack Snyder. I will continue to say this. I don't care if Warner Brothers comes out and says, the Snyder Cut doesn't exist. It's not happening. Bullshit. Until Zack says it, we don't stop fighting. We do not stop. Okay? That April date, that I believe that's the Snyder Cut. I believe that is the theatrical cut of the Snyder Cut. It's coming out in theaters. And this makes too much sense because if you do an HBO Max, which they probably will afterwards, you're not going to get all the money from the people overseas. Because at first it's just going to be the United States. You're only going to be getting money from them. So if you release it in the movie theaters, you can get all that money from all over. So that's why I think the April date is going to be the Snyder Cut in theaters, which is going to be insane. You're going to come out with that, then they're going to plop it on HBO Max a month later in May. A couple months after that, they'll come out with the DVD. Boom, boom, boom. A win, win, win. That simple, guys. So keep the fight alive. Don't stop. Now, when HBO Max comes out and there is no announcement of the Snyder Cut, it's not being dropped on HBO Max in May. The April date for a movie was nothing. I don't know. It turned out to be whatever bullshit. Then we need to turn the stakes around. That's when we need to be like, this. We need to try something else. Because being nice hasn't gotten us anywhere. We've done everything that we could do. We have simply done everything we can do. But guys, I continue to say, fight, fight, fight. Until Zack tells us to stop. Because it's coming. We see it's coming. All this new information is coming out all the time. Every day something's plopping out. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the people in Hollywood that are saying that, oh, it's not coming, it's not legit, blah, blah, blah. Because when it does come out, they're going to have to review it. And they're the ones that are going to have to look like dumbasses and say, no, you were wrong. And you need to come out and say it when it gets released. And don't bullshit around it. You need to come out and be like, oh, I was wrong. I don't know what was going on. I'm sorry. And I want an apology from those people too that thought they were right, that constantly fed it down our throats because it's not true. That's what I want. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe because it helps me, and in return, I can help you. And as always, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, new content's coming to you from Subjective Reviews. And thank you for watching.